I'm so nervous, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, for the theme of opposites, I'm going to talk about the opposite sex. Because last year, who said all my days?
Uh-oh.
Oh. Yeah, last year was one of the most difficult times of my life. Probably worst times. I was in the most toxic relationships ever that I was just so embarrassed to speak to anyone about it, but I knew that I had to get out. And I just began to write to empower myself. And that built my strength to get out that relationship. So the 3 poems I'm going to perform today are 3 of many that I wrote during those difficult times.
Word up!
The first one is called Loved by Me. The plan to ignore you back has failed once again. I scorn broken promises, yet struggle to fulfill some I make to myself. Why can't I be strong enough to do you how you do me? I spoke to myself and I told myself that I was done with you. I rehearsed my lines, was ready to perform, yet the moment you called, I caught stage fright. By no surprise, I forgot my lines and of course threw myself back into the spinning wheel again. I devalued my worth, which tortured my soul, but I only have myself to blame. Now I don't know how, but I know somehow I am finding the strength to move on. Because I am a queen, I am loved by me, and I refuse to let a man make a toy out of me. Letting go. Blocked, unblocked, deleted then installed, but at the moment blocked. I had to cut off all contact to get my mind right. I had to check myself before I lost myself. I distanced myself to seek myself, and when I found myself, I lost my appetite for you. Woman of strength. I have never met a strong woman who has never been broken. She had to learn how to pick herself up and carry on. She had to learn how to depend on herself for happiness. Broken but chosen. I craved your love and sacrificed myself. You craved my body and dumped me when you were fed. You played me, but I found my worth. You chose her, but the universe chose me to flip my pain into art. You flaunt her while I flaunt my success. You gave up on me, but I leveled up on you. So thank you for stabbing my heart. I needed the pain to birth my art. Thank you.
Love came calling today. Love came calling, calling, calling today.
As for my name,
What's your name? What's your name?
my name, you ask me? Sadly, I can't give you it. Because to pronounce my name to you is like giving you my identity. Like my name to me it was given. Who I am didn't happen over 9 months of anxious pleasure and countless measures of names just to reveal it high. My name is Sean. Named after my father's favorite actor. By God, I thought I was better. That my being is the result of the scraping of a frozen soul, countless crumbling of a heart of stone, visions opened and roads closed, just to realize that my pet goes with or without. So I guess I told you my name, putting away all my shame. Let me tell you who I claim to be more than the acts of pain I inflicted. Was it due to hate, love, maybe innocency? I know that sounds contradicting, but the absence of knowledge is ignorance. Inexperience in situations I shouldn't be in. It pains me to have caused that same feeling, but if my past didn't happen, it would be a poem I would have never written. To be more than the person you see before. See a pretty face's name, desired to be in the stars but had depths, needed to be explored. See, I had to go left to go right. I had to go down to go up. I had to pick up a fight. The fight with my heart, I have to choose for what's right, but I pick what I love. This game will tear you apart with every doubt from the start. So who I am is who I ought to be. Only my definition can define me.
There's this word, enantiodromia, which describes the tendency for something when it's pushed and pursued to an extreme to transform into its opposite. So you probably have all had the experience of laughing so hard that you cry, or maybe even crying so hard that you laugh. And when we push an experience to its extreme, we become in touch with nature, which is all about balance and equilibrium. And this is what we really need to do, I think, in this time, if we're going to survive this ecological pickle that we find ourselves in, to say the least. In the pursuit of pain, the pursuit of pleasure, sorry, is destroying the planet. And it's masking this fear of pain, when really they're on one continuum. And I found solace in this kind of form that we've been sharing tonight, and I want to just share a piece that I managed to find some kind of cathartic clarity from. Life is in the walk, together or alone. Ancestors of the land over aeons of washing hands and brushing teeth and wiping the grief from our foreheads. Alone at night in the junkyard of mind, the fire is alight and the earth quakes in delight. The sorrow had sung its song of yesterday, but no more was it merry. For every level, nature's beauty requires the horrors of power of emotions that storm through light and thunder. And the day will rise again as if nothing had happened and as if nothing had mattered. And all that titter-tatter brings you back, but no, not where you left it, pick and run, a game of fun. These headlights outside, these windows in their dancing predatory addictions, blown out into a heap of pretzel motor engines. With eyes closed, we dance the days of myth away, just like we left the garden, spilling apples left and right, and learned to leverage ourselves out of the jungle and into the measuring eyes, concluding the night with an incense for the Anthropocene. And in writing that tragedy of sexual reproduction, celebrating making it to the end, but forget that for now, this is what happens when you lose people. You allow those inner shapes to form, even though exactly because they aren't squares. So let the rain come online at all sides. As above, so below goes that mainline alchemical credo. Our oppositional attitudes aren't going to change unless we move them out of those linguistic council popsicles we use to prescribe some unholy remedy. The words are immature, childish, especially the scientific ones. Until we wake up from this dream of duality, we're just haplessly dumpster diving for divinity and blessed bliss outside of the ongoing eternal present. So wait at a distance in the moment for the eternal spiraling forming seashell to arise again in your heart and grant you the majesty of phanatopical illusions, holy isolated Godhead beacon of wonder. Gift of the ages, like grandma will say thank you anyway, and with a civil lie jump through the fire hoop of free dancing Death Stars while a phone rings of cybernetic serendipity from afar. Pluribella will hear the oceans groan from what must have been a call for help from the pit of a plastic bottle. We answer to know what it is like to be a god, the sacrifice of your son, the birth of choice, the dramatic intervention to pierce it in our minds and give these creatures here the palpable potential for peace, even while crucified on the cross between irreconcilable opposites. And it does seem helpless in the face of what is required, that we reawaken the depths of the heart as we find ourselves in a purgatory without a reason for a fart. Yet an event is an eclipse of spirit, and a true event dawns at last, my friends. The planet is awakening to consciousness. Its pains of birth are the storms that we seek shelter from, but nowhere can we run from you, earth, in your exhale of sacrifice, the taking and the giving, the holding on and the letting go of what doesn't require an object. Those rains come harder and faster, a roped-in boat tamed with me in it, but not of it, as if, through echoes of distant ovulation, a bird sings a death song at the jeweller's request, and says, granted you'll be with me, when all is laid to rest. Thank you.
Love came calling today. Love came calling today.
It's normally normal that all that blossoms one day must decay. The future is less of a mystery when aware of history. Beware not to repeat the unrepeatable. Everything trustworthy might possibly can be deceivable. This won't make sense to the senseless. Unintended confusion intended, the mark may vary. Reporters write fiction, sickening medication. Fighting for peace with loaded pieces, with ease deplete nations, blowing peeps to pieces. Artificial intelligence versus natural ignorance. Living while dying, no manual provided. Humanity is supervised but unguided. Faith is decided, the future must hide it. Trouble in paradise, the United States divided. This won't make sense to the senseless. Unintended confusion intended, the mark may vary. Opposite the opposition on the collision mission, envision the decision, but no one was there to listen. Listen, listen. Verbal instructions for the deaf, visual aids for the blind. No point is pointless. Waiting in vain while successfully hoping. I can be seriously kidding, but you must be joking. All is clear. When reached, there transforms to here. Time is an illusion and it will always premiere a new year. The glass is never half full when you appreciate the atmosphere. This didn't make sense to the senseless. Unintended confusion intended. The marks varied. Thank you.
Hard denying this, so I wrote a poem about unicorns. And I only kind of wrote this yesterday. Unicorns let you believe in miracles. Miracles that you can dream. Miracles that you can be. Miracles that you can be who you want to be. Unicorns can fly, but then they are called differently. You also got unicorns that do what they want. Unicorns also like to play, and that's why they missed the Ark of Noah.
Excellent point.
There's a kid's song. To be or not to be? That's the question. You can be who you want to be, but what does it take? Can you be the unicorn that does what she wants? To be who you want to be takes courage, because most people will have an opinion anyway. Some people will judge you, some people will disapprove you, some people will try to manipulate you. Other people will see the true you. Other people will let you be. Other people will believe in you so you can be who you want to be. Other people's opinions are also not that important. If you set your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.